Hey, yeah, this is definitely a different look, but this is still Happy Chappy coming at you. So I wanted to really talk about this yesterday. It was fresh in my mind, and like a lot of times when something like just pops in my mind, this is why I do these videos. Unfortunately, I'm not very consistent with it yet. I'm still going to seminary. I have a 2-year-old that I take care of, then a 4-year-old, and we have a 15 and a 14-year-old in our house. So life does get a little busy, but I need to make more time for this because it gives a lot of thought and a lot of things off my mind. So sometimes when I don't get a chance to post a video or write it down, it slips my mind and I forget, which is another reason why I don't do a video like every so often. But here's something that that's been speaking to my mind a lot lately, and I know I said I do a one on power. That one's still coming. Don't worry. Um, it's been stuck in my head, and I can't get it out. And I figured this is the only way. So our conversations, just like with our money, we spend money frivolously on stuff that we don't really need sometimes. That it's a want, and we feel good when we want something, and it's taken care of. We purchase it, but then it costs us time in life to take care of it. And then what do? We take care of that as opposed to taking care of our family. Or the biggest thing is we forget about who? We forget about God, and we forget about ourselves. See, C.S. Lewis wrote an awesome book called Screw Tape Letters. And no, he, he's not a sponsor. Um, so the Screw Tape Letters is a teaching on a demon that the devil comes to him and says to him, I don't need you to have them change from God or change their mind or run from God. All I need you to do is have them forget about God. And forgetting Him is spending too much time in other things, the things that take us away from Him. Whether it's cleaning the pool, working on your lawnmower, working on your vehicle, or playing with one of your newfound toys, your four-wheeler, your razors, your home away from homes. But God gave us all these things. And getting back to conversations, we'll sit and we'll have coffee, we'll have lunch, we'll have like any kind of gathering. And what will we talk about? We'll talk about sports. We'll talk about the car that we have. We'll talk about the mileage it gets. We'll talk about our jobs. We talk about all these things, and I can go on forever and ever of all the things that we talk about. But I've noticed myself, when do we take the time to talk about God? But yet, in all, every single time that we put God first, everything else falls into place. So I've been making a better choice, and I guess more time to spend with God. When's the last time that you got in your vehicle and shut the radio off and just drove without any sound, going deep into your mind and talking to God? Or the first thing that you do when you wake up in the morning. Like when I first came to God, I woke up every single morning. Thank you, God, for waking me another day. And I've gotten away from that. Why? Because life gets so busy and our head gets jammed with so much garbage. And see, that's what the other side wants. When we want to become good at something, like I did many years ago, I wanted to become a good hunter. So what did I do? I read books. I'd read magazines. I went out and scouted. I scouted property for endless hours and hours. For what? To get a great buck. It was my first buck ever. I was like our generation to get the first buck that big. Why? Because I tried and I applied myself. Yet we don't try and apply ourselves to God so many times. And what do? We'll falter, we'll fail, we'll stumble worse than we ever would if we just took our time, not spend time with just the Bible and reading the words because the words are in front of us, or because we have some assignment from our pastor to read the Bible within a year, or something that we have our small group about, making it feel like homework or work. When being with God should not feel like work. It's building our relationship. It's building all of our relationships. It's building our love for God, our love for family, a love for everyone, our love for fellowship. It's feeding us spiritually. When we want to get in shape, what do? We go to the gym. We find out what's the newest fad on diets. We find out what's the newest thing to work out, how to work out. We spend time to get better. But when do we spend enough time to be with God and to learn His Word, to be in His Word, and to spiritually feed ourselves? See, as a human being, as I have so been reminded, we are beings first, but we have been doers for so long. We need to stop doing and start being what we're meant to be. So to be a good human being, we need to be correct spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and yes, physically. When we combine all those things together, we become a better human being. And no, we will never ever be perfect. And no, we'll never do any of these things perfectly. But you know what? We'll walk more the way God intended us to be. We'll walk more like Jesus. And you'll start to find, yes, it will be easier to be kind to those who are angry. Because we've been through it all. We don't expect others to be going through something. When we see somebody beep the horn or lay on their horn at us, we figure that they're just old, angry, and just, set in their tracks. But yet in all, when we have a bad day and we lay on the horn, or we start to feel angry behind the wheel, or we snap at our loved one, or we may say something that we really shouldn't have, that's okay. But it's not the other way. We take it personally. See, the only person that you need to please in this world is God. And when you put Him first, everything falls into place. So I'd like to challenge everybody that watches this video. I'm not saying go ahead, full bore ahead, and talk about God every single moment that, lays upon you. But what I'm saying is, as our old, great, small Bible group that I had in New York at, yes, Goodwill Church, no, not a sponsor, we had a great leader, and he came up with the idea, 1 degree better. I like to see everybody in this world attempt 1 degree or 1% better than you were the day before. So all of this won't come so hard and we fail. Just like our diets and just like getting in shape, we will go up, we will plateau. And a lot of times when we plateau, we think we have failed. Instead of failing and going down, we learn and adjust. As we learn and adjust, we can do 1 more degree. And as we do 1 more degree that day, it's only 24 hours and you did it. So do it another 24 hours. 1 degree, 1%. That's what our 1% shall be throughout the whole world. Can you give 1%? Can you better in 1 degree? I'm not saying that I'm better than anybody else, and I'm not saying any church should decide that they're better than anybody else. We are all sinners in this world, and that's a topic for another discussion. I don't want you to get mad at this. I don't want you to be offended by this, nor should you be. But we all can be better than we were the day before, because we don't ever learn everything, and we will never be perfect at all things. So the whole thing is bring God into your conversations And where have you talked to him last? Or when have you talked to him last? And when have you been with him last? So please, everybody, try that 1 degree or 1%. This is Happy Chappy saying God bless you all, and it will take me a few months to grow it back in. Goodbye.